Amaze, amaze, amaze. Hi everybody, Anthony here from Awesome Anthony Productions. Today I'm going to give you my review of the latest sci-fi adventure based on the novel by the writer of The Martian, Andy Weir, Project Hail Mary. Directed by one of the funniest duos out there, Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, Project Hail Mary stars Ryan Gosling as Dr. Ryland Grace, a middle school science teacher who wakes up completely alone on an interstellar spaceship 12 light years from Earth. Originally having no memory of how he got there, Grace eventually realizes that he's on a one-way mission, but he may not have to do it completely alone thanks to an alien friend he meets along the way, whom he lovingly names Rocky, voiced in text-to-speech function by James Ortiz. The first thing that stuck with me about this movie when it kicked off, how incredibly jaw-dropping it looks. Seriously, there's not one frame in this entire film where I stopped and thought,
That looks like green screen or CGI.
Practical sets, super effective wire work for the zero-G scenes, a spacesuit with functioning parts, real lighting effects that were all done in camera. It's just bewildering to watch. And then we get to Rocky, who, outside of some CGI embellishment, was a fully practical puppet. You really don't see this kind of dedication to realism nowadays in Hollywood. And not only was it just so effective and impressive, it was very refreshing to watch. Pair that with some gorgeous cinematography from the Batman and Dune cinematographer Greg Fraser, and is it any wonder that this movie is a visual marvel? Moving away from the visuals though, I have to talk about Ryan Gosling. Outside of flashback scenes on Earth and his relationship with an alien rock, Gosling carries this movie on his back as the only real character for a good portion of the runtime. Any lesser actor would have crumbled under this pressure, but he handles it in stride, giving us a powerhouse performance that is heartbreakingly tragic, heartwarmingly kind and funny, and exhilaratingly heroic. I've known for years that Gosling has a super strong funny bone. Watch The Nice Guys, trust me. But he handles that Lord and Miller style of comedy so well here, even if it is a lot more restrained than their previous projects. This man can go with making me crack up with just a look, to tearing up at how raw and real his pain is, all within the same scene. And speaking of the humor, that's something I should probably touch on. This movie is much lighter than the trailers make it seem, bordering more on a family film than a big sweeping sci-fi epic. Some people might be turned off by that, but I absolutely loved it. There's definitely moments of darkness here though. The first half especially has a lot of raw fear and emotion packed into it. But once we meet Rocky, the movie transitions into something a lot more funny, hopeful, and exciting. And I think it handles the switch very well. It also helps that Rocky is a great character. Brilliantly naive and childlike while still being incredibly capable in his own right. He's voiced to damn near perfection by James Ortiz. And between that and his state-of-the-art puppetry, his dynamic with Dr. Grace really brings this movie home, bringing real friendship, emotion, and humor in spades, while still leaving room for some dramatic and scary moments. This movie's also very smart, basing so much of its sci-fi in reality that it actually feels like this kind of thing could happen, right down to the genius way they make interstellar travel possible. I'm not gonna go on and on. This film is just a testament to the talent on display here. From Lord and Miller's incredible direction and comedy, translated from Andy Weir's original novel, to the truly amazing and realistic visuals, the sense of scale, drama, and urgency that comes with the story, the adventurous, experimental, electronic score from Daniel Pemberton, fueling the emotion throughout this whole thing, and the truly powerhouse performance from Ryan Gosling. My only real complaint here is just that it's a little long. It's almost 3 hours, with there being more than one point in the third act where it felt like the film was wrapping up, but it just kept going. Besides that though, I have no problem calling this one of the best films I've seen so far this year, and I cannot recommend it enough. And that's my review of Project Hail Mary. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next time for my review of Ready or Not. Here I come.